turn up, turn up, turn up. I'm breaking in. I'm at the pearly gates, but they won't let it in. Well, I said, I ain't trying to sin, yeah. No, I ain't trying to sin, yeah. Pray to the Lord, Daddy, let me in. I'm breaking in. I'm breaking in.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Today's game will be all about the turnovers. The Raiders are top 10 in turnover differential, and they'll be up against a Colts team that wants to be careful not to play into that strength. So, with the call of this Week 16 matchup, let's hand it over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davies.
Larry, it was 1 year ago today on Christmas Eve. These fans thought they'd seen the final Raiders home game in Oakland. They got a reprieve, but that day might be here again. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Indianapolis Colts and the Oakland Raiders. Down, it's Newton. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jonathan Bostic leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6.
Yeah, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of start and comes straight clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. Smart approach there, using the run to pick up the first. And that was a defensive setup they prepared for this week, knowing that keeping it on the ground was the best way to attack it.
And that means also that they're able to read them pretty well. All the things they prepared for, when they get to the line of scrimmage, they see it in pre-snap recognition and know exactly how to attack based on their planning and preparation.
And the tackle there by Quan Alexander. And a lot of the weight of this offense falls on the shoulders of the running back.
That's because the offense knows if they give him any openings, any opportunities, he can turn it into a big play at any time.
That's complete. It's Gordon. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. And let's go through the starting defense for Indianapolis.
Clay Matthews is an absolute force. Multiple Pro Bowls as an outside linebacker. He can swing inside and create the same havoc.
And the D looking like they may blitz.
Hey, we got 3 down, 3 down. 180. Great. Check 31, check 31.
From the 50, Newton. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Third down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
And this one's high, but not very far. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. First down throw for Mariota. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. A good convergence there defensively. Only a yard, and it's 2nd down. And here's the offense today that hopes to get off to a strong start. So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here. Off the play fake, Mariota. This one complete to Devin Funchess. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets his football out shy of the 30 to the 29.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Now a 2nd down throw for Mariota. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And Foster loses the football. It's out. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
Now I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule. Where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds. They get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
2nd down, Mariota. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had a drive loose. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, it's time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
80. Shift. 180.
The throw on 2nd down is Newton. Looking deep downfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So there you go, holding by the offense, and that'll push him back.
Changes everything now as you try and figure out what your playbook has for you. Longer yardage situations, tougher to execute and pick up 1st downs.
The one running back is Gurley. Here's Newton. He's going to let it go again. And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Sammy Watkins, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. And this one through the uprights and good. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? And that's caught at the 25. A big play there for Indy. 57 yards.
That was good coverage that was defeated by someone who just wanted the ball more, and it resulted in a big gain downfield.
From the red zone now, Mariota. And incomplete, he dropped it in the end zone. Quickly now, the starting 11 for the Oakland defense.
Olivier Vernon is a defensive end that combines terrific run-stopping ability with a quick first step to the passer.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Throwing again, Mariota on 2nd and 10. Finding his safety valve here, that's complete. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
This will be caught at about the 6. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even add a little extra at the end with a short run. What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield, has a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
Offense looks to punch it in here from the 1. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. DJ Foster with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Dan Carpenter now for the extra point. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Colts in possession. Here's Carpenter now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over, and they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
All right, partner, despite my eating habits, I'm not big enough to play offensive tackle, nor am I quick enough. But with the defensive ends nowadays and their speed, those guys have to be able to punch.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts. The 6-time Pro Bowler, Clay Matthews, in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
Watch 30. Single. Set. 180.
3rd and long. It's Newton. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
Time right. 3 down.
On 1st down, Newton. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And down he'll go at the 25. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
He may have had some offseason foot surgery, but it hasn't prevented Sammy Watkins from being Sammy Watkins, and that's special.
Yeah, when we see him before the game running the route tree, looked like the same Sammy Watkins to me that we saw a year ago.
Yeah, and I think he's going to just keep getting better and better. I love his explosiveness off the line of scrimmage as he starts his routes.
And they talked about how important the passing game was going to be against that defensive look. Good job there going to the air for the first down.
It's all about preparation. It's all about planning. And then it's about execution. So put it all together in practice. Okay, this is what we think we're going to see. This is how they get to it. And then when the game comes, read it and attack it.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. To the air again, Newton. He'll throw underneath for Gurley. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
52.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
And, partner, when you run the ball on 3rd and 2, you're telling the whole world you've got nothing but confidence in your offensive line and your runner, and you expect to get it. But they were stuffed on that play. Only got 1 yard. Great job by the defensive front. The linebackers, everyone got involved to force a 4th down.
They'll try and run for it with a power back. Reese. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent. But you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
He was looking for the connection with Devin Funchess. And now it's 2nd down.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
2nd down following the incompletion. A 2nd down throw here for Mariota. Funchess with a catch over the middle. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Devin Funchess, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Colts have taken the lead. After the TD, here's Carpenter on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And this will be a touchback. Last year would have come out to the 20. This year they'll move it out to the 25-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points. So they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence. I wouldn't be shocked at all right now if there's a look of surprise on the big fella's face because he had the route that he wanted, running the corner, and usually he's able to use his body and catch the football, but a really nice play by the defenders, able to knock it away.
So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. 3rd down and 8 now.
Here we go. Tight right.
throwing on third down. Newton. And this is caught by Watkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it seems almost effortless.
And his throw is going to be incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. That'll bring up second down. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. Second and 10. Newton again. And he'll be grabbed from behind and slung down like a rag doll.
Partner, I know the ball security's preached like crazy, but every now and then you've got to know when to get rid of the football.
And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And the offense now will try to regroup after the sack on second down. From the gun on third down, Newton. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and they've just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
Watch left, watch left. Check safety. Mike 50.
A first down throw for Mariota. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
And this will be incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Offense trying to avoid stalling out, facing a 3rd and 10. On third down, Mariota. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it.
And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. Wide open receiver complete. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. Second down now after the incompletion. They go play action. Mariota. And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sag. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Mariota to throw it. Caught left side by Funchess. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And where the ball is now, you got the field goal pretty much in the bag. Now do you try for the end zone a couple of times?
I don't think there's any question about it. You might get a gift of 6 points rather than the 3 that you just noted that you feel like you already have. Be aggressive, go after it, and try and get those points.
On first down, Newton. He's got time in the pocket. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. And the defense definitely showing blitz here. Back to the air, Newton on 2nd down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On first down, it's Newton. He's going to go up top. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Sammy Watkins in the final seconds of the first half. And the Raiders have drawn even here. They can take the lead with the extra point to come. And he's got it up and through. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Now a play fake here on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to lose yardage here, back to his own 18. So we're at, never mind, Larry, forget your halftime report. Apparently, we are set for the 3rd quarter of action already. Come the Colts, they'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Second down following the run. Play fake. Mariota. Punches with a catch over the middle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
A first down carry for Foster. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. Olivier Vernon brings him down. And quickly they get to the line. Mariota now. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great down the numbers. There he goes. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And the Colts getting ready to go. Back to it after the pick six. Mariota. And this one complete right side to Funchess. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
And he stopped immediately there. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, now long ago to the NFL guys really didn't adopt much from the college game. But one thing that has crept in there is spreading things out, opening things up. Not even just in tempo, but maybe getting better line splits and spreading the field. I think that would be a great strategy right now to try and open things up in the run game.
It's a gain of 5, and they're going to have a third down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
And ready for 3rd and 6. Play action now. Mariota. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49.
He went full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key first down.
Yeah, really a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab.
Check 50. Check 50.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. Muscles him off. Over the middle, Sharp's got it complete. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Hey, check. Mike 50.
Mariota on first down. Funchess has it complete. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. The rookie Jco99 with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build up the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. To throw on second down is Nick. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Barry Church. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. Let's see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field. Really good, smart play by the defense, understanding third and short, guarding the first down sticks, and being able to make a play on the football and bat it down.
And now the Colts call on their field goal unit here. From the right hash, this from 33. And he'll try and throw here on the fake. And all the gamble fails. It's incomplete. And they're not able to convert on fourth down. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive? Or no, you just throw that out the window? Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jonathan Bostic in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you. And you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
So now a 3rd and 12 with an extra defender here in the secondary, a nickel look. Newton to throw, and he's got Kyle Rudolph. Back now in the East Bay. It's the Raiders with the lead and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4. The one running back is Gurley.
He's coming.
They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. And some room to roam now. Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Todd Gurley with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Raiders add on to their lead. And he's able to put it through. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And the Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Mariota. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups. And they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
A second down throw here for Mariota. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
And now they're in the hurry up. To throw is Mariota. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. A gain of 6 there on first. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a pass or about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage. The good signal callers will never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Again, it's Mariota. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. A great read, and it's picked off. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is a season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Partner, I think there's a lesson there. Some days you're just having a really tough time, and for the defense, today has been that day. But after that play, what do you learn? You can still make plays even when the other guy's having success against you.
Throwing is Newton, and this is caught by Watkins. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
We just saw him hit a big play there on a deep post. And most of the time, the post isn't available because usually you have defenders in the middle of the field. If you throw enough curls and crossing routes and underneath routes, I know from experience, they get tired of watching those balls get caught. They start to creep up a little bit, and that's when you can hit them big over the top.
Another carry now for Gurley. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32. Barry Church, the strong safety, the one to get him down. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. And so now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take. It's a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. On the handoff, it's Gurley. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
Here we go. Here we go.
Now a quick give to the fullback, Marcel Reese. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. And on 3rd down, the Colts have added an extra defensive back.
Flooding the passing lanes.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. On now is the field goal team here as the Raiders will try for 3. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. On now is the field goal team here as the Raiders will try for 3. And the now 40-year-old veteran able to put this one through, and that will make this now an 18-point ball game. And you figure with that, this game's pretty well out of reach.
It would take a heck of a comeback at this point. Being 3 scores down, I think that's too much to ask with time winding down here in the 4th.
Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know, you just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Funchess with a catch over the middle. And 15 yards there on the catch and run. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Second down now after the pass completion. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Second down, Mariota. Quick throw that's complete on the inside slant. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. First down, Mariota. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. To the air again, Mariota. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target.
We always hear from coaches how much they like to run crossing routes because they want to hit the receivers on the go, get them the ball, and keep them moving. How about when you hit a tight end that way? Okay, the receivers are going to run past you most of the time. Tight end, they can do their damage a different way. Break a few tackles and really scatter some people, can't they?
3rd and goal, Mariota. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Tanner McAvoy, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click.